Chapter 1, Section 2, Drawings, Nets, and Other Models. So one kind of drawing that we're going to explore this chapter is isometric drawing. An isometric drawing is a drawing that shows three sides of an object from a corner view. It's drawn on isometric dot paper, and you can see this is an example of isometric dot paper. Solid lines show visible edges, but if I've got two cubes stuck together, you'll see. I'm going to not draw that unless it's a bend. And I'm only going to draw what I can see, not what I know is there. So if I have a cube behind another cube, but I can't see it, I just know it's there, I'm not allowed to draw it. I'm not Superman, so I don't have X-ray vision. I only draw what I can see. Let's see. I don't know if you've played with these as a little kid. These are blocks that little kids stick together and they learn counting with them. And I think, I don't know, they're math manipulatives. I borrowed them from my elementary school teacher. Yay. And I am going to use this as my fabulous model. Kind of like Mona Lisa, but, you know, less human. This is about my speed. So what I do, I'm showing three sides of an object from a corner view. So I turn it so that a corner is pointed straight at me, and I can see the top, the front, and the side of this cube. And that's what I'm going to draw. So let me see. I need to hold it so you can see. I'm going to draw the top, and you see how the top looks like a diamond when I'm holding the cube this way? So I'm going to draw that top, and the front, and the side. Okay, there's my cube. This is how you draw a cube on dot paper. Now, of course, I can get a little more hardcore. Let's take three cubes and put them together. And yeah, I'm going to draw this. Okay, so again, I turn it so that the corner is pointed directly at my eyeballs. I can see the top, the front, and the side of these cubes. So where do I start? Well, I'm going to start with the top. Okay, I have one cube on top. Now, you see between these two cubes there's a line. I'm not going to draw that line though. It's because it's a smooth face. Like I can see a line, but it's not a bend. So I'm not going to draw that line. Similarly, I'm not going to draw this line. But here between these two cubes, there is a bend. It switches from going up and down to going sideways. I'm going to draw that so that I can see it. So I just have to remember not to draw these lines, which is surprisingly hard. I recommend you work in pencil. Okay, I need to go down 1, 2. So I'm going to go down 1, 2. And from this, I'm going to go over 1, 2 cubes. Over 1, 2 cubes. Okay, from this corner, this is my front corner, I'm going to go down 1. And I'm going to go down 1 here. I'm not drawing this line in because it's just between two cubes, and I'm also not drawing this line in. But I am going to draw this line because it's a bend. Okay, I know there's a better word for that, but it's a bend. Okay, now I need to draw the top of this cube. And I need to draw this edge, and this edge, and that. So, this is an isometric drawing of my lovely shape. It has 3 blocks in it. Okay, an orthographic drawing is a set of 3 drawings that show the top, front, and right side views of an object. Solid lines show visible edges, and dashed lines show hidden edges. If if I had a hidden edge to show. So let's see, how about I'm going to take my drawing that I had before. I'll kind of sketch it real quick. This isn't a very good job, but whatever. Down one, down two, down one, edge. Oh no, I'm not very good at this if I don't have dot paper. There we go, there's my shape. Oh, that is sad. Okay, I want to draw the top, front, and right side views of this. If I look at this from the top, I'm going to see this top edge and this top edge. So here it is from the top. So from the top, real artists make their squares the same size. Okay, from the front, oh, I should not have put these edges in. Remember, I don't draw the lines between cubes. Darn it. Okay, do better than me. I'm a terrible artist. It's one of my failings. Now here, I do have visible edges, right? This is an edge, so I need to draw it in. It's not the join between two cubes. This is an edge. This is my front view. Or, sorry, my right-hand side view. Okay. That is my orthographic drawing of this beautiful shape. I recommend you work in pencil so that when you realize you've drawn something you shouldn't, you can remove it without having to scribble. Alrighty, a foundation drawing is a drawing that shows the base of a structure and the height of each part. So it's kind of like the top view of an orthographic drawing, except it says how high something is. So again, to draw this shape, I'm going to show the top view. Now, this part is 1 block high, and this part is 2 blocks high. So that's a foundation drawing. So I have for you a slightly more complicated set of cubes that I'd like you to try drawing. So for your isometric, I will have a link to isometric dot paper in the on Edmodo, and you can download a little chunk of isometric dot paper to draw this isometrically. And then I'd like you to draw it orthographically, which means you'll have a top view, a front view, and a side view. So looking down from the top, looking at the front, and looking at the side. And then a foundation view. So it's like a top view, except some of these areas are 2 blocks high and some of these areas are only 1 block high. Alright, last but not least, we have nets. A net is a 2-dimensional drawing that can be folded to make a 3-dimensional shape. So for example, I have this lovely net, and if I fold on all these lines, which I pre-folded so it shouldn't be too hard, haha, famous last words. Okay, here we go. We have, look at that. We have a beautiful polyhedron. Okay, so there is one net, and I'm putting it together out of your view. Hang on, it's coming so quickly. Okay, oh, You gotta fake it. We have here a beautiful cone, where perhaps beautiful is being used a little loosely. So here's our cone. It has a bottom and the sides. And here's what this cone looks like if I open it up. Here's the net for this cone. It's got the base, and it's got kind of like a triangle but with a rounded bottom for the sides of the cone. Okay? So these are examples of nets. So now what I'd like you to do is draw the net for the following two shapes. I'd like you to figure out what a cube net might look like and what the net for a cylinder might look like. So some things to think about: how many sides are on a cube, but also think about when you fold it, what will make all the sides. Hint, a long strip is not going to fold into a cube, so think about how you have to lay the sides out in order to make a cube. There is more than one right answer. So if your answer is different from your neighbor's, that's okay. Try folding it up and see if it works. For the cylinder, think about what shapes are involved in a cylinder. Maybe look at some cylinders and think about what you would need to make a cylinder, and go ahead and sketch what you think a cylinder net might look like. Also, just extra awesomeness points to anybody who can identify the 8-sided polyhedron I folded earlier. Alrighty, I'll see you in class.